Link TV, connecting you to the world. Link TV is viewer supported. Watch more at linktv.org.
Today on Earth Focus, an intimate look at dirt. In his new award-winning film, veteran film producer Bill Benenson takes a fresh look at dirt and why we can't live without it. Bill Benenson produced feature films and documentaries for more than 30 years. He speaks with Earth Focus correspondent Miles Benson about his latest, Dirt the Movie.
Bill Benenson, you grabbed possibly the most taken-for-granted subject you could think of, or anyone could think of, and turned it into a movie which is both educational and has tremendous knockdown power. What made you want to make a movie about dirt?
My mother had made films about Edith Wharton, and one day about 10 years ago she came to me and said, I just saw this extraordinary presentation at the planetarium in New York, and do you know that everything physical on this planet, like this chair, is made up of stardust? Wouldn't that make an interesting film? Then friends gave me a book called Dirt, the Ecstatic Skin of the Earth. And in the beginning of the book, Bill Logan, the writer, said, everything on the planet is made up of stardust. However, the basis for all of life on Earth is dirt. I think that's an interesting film to make.
And it's disappearing.
It's threatened, and it's endangered, and it's being used up in a lot of ways. It's being poisoned, contaminated, and to keep it alive, dirt, as opposed to sand, which is basically inert or practically speaking dead, we have to protect it.
Monoculture farming, burning the rainforests,
right.
Erosion, pesticides. Your film makes the case very convincingly about why dirt is both simple and very complex and important.
This much soil probably has in it tens of billions of microorganisms, and they're all living together, some in cooperation, some in competition. So they have tremendous strategies for living with each other and getting rid of each other and making their own space in the ground.
You describe that in great colorful detail. Then you move on to the problem.
Behind me, we have an example of ecological Armageddon. This is a practice currently employed by the foresters and by logging companies, who, after they've cut the old-growth forest, adding insult upon injury, the brush is then set on fire, sending carbon dioxide as well as gases into the atmosphere. If this wood had been chipped and left on the ground, the fungi would have recycled it, eventually building soil.
If you look out, you see the vastness of concrete, asphalt, homes, buildings, parking lots, freeways. The city was built and designed and has been managed for over 100 years as a dead piece of inert concrete. We've put all this asphalt on top of living dirt.
And then you come up with some solutions. And one of the points in the film was that we can reverse all the damage that's been done in a relatively short period of time.
There are processes that can help us reverse or remediate the planet and dirt. And we did structure the film in the build-up to the explosion of mountaintop removal, which is another extraordinary American, at least in America, what they're doing in Appalachia is truly horrifying. And there are ways through reforestation programs, in some ways, you can start reversing the processes of the degradation of the land. And so what we show is people like Dr. Vandana Shiva in India, who has an organic reforestation program starting from her seed collecting, trying to have the farmers in India be able to maintain the as she calls it, the 10,000 years of sustainable farming that they've done.
When I started Navdanya with concern for the seed and its renewability and its fertility